Hey y'all, hey, you guys, welcome to Fearless Friday. I pray you guys have had an amazing week. Oh my goodness. I pray that God showed up and showed out in your life on this week. I want to thank you for joining me on YouTube. I want to thank you for joining me on Facebook. I am Coach Tammy Love. For those who do not know me, I come live every Friday to bring you an empowering word to encourage you in the Lord, to provoke you, to push you forward, and to stretch you and challenge you. I am excited to even get started on this Friday. Yes. I thank you guys. If you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and go subscribe to my channel. Welcome, Maya. Thank you for joining me. TikTok, follow me so that you can see when I go live. Hey, if you're in the comment section, say hello to Coach Sammy, say good afternoon, whatever you choose to say, but just make your presence known, right? I have those that be watching me, but when they join, they don't say hello, they don't say anything. It's okay to say hello to Coach Sammy on today. So today I am talking about, oh my goodness, y'all, I am going to bless you on today. I am talking about setting boundaries to protect your peace and your purpose. I'm going to say that again. On today, I am talking about setting boundaries to protect your peace and to protect your purpose. Because let's be honest, some of us, we don't have no healthy boundaries. We don't have boundaries around our lives. We allow people in and out of our lives. We allow people to treat us any kind of way. We do not have no healthy boundaries. So on today, I am going to help you. Okay. So please put that in the chat. Coach Sammy Love is going to help us on today because we need boundaries in our lives. Let me tell you, your peace needs to be protected. Your purpose needs to be guarded, and it is not done by accident. It is being intentional about your life. You got to be intentional about protecting your peace. You got to be intentional about protecting your purpose. So I'm going to help you on today. My goal is not to hold you long on today. I just wanted to come give you some golden nuggets for this Friday that you can apply to your life. Anytime I come before you guys, I come to bring you something that is applicable, something that you can apply, so therefore you can experience transformation. So as I jump into here, I want to read just a little bit of Proverbs 4:23. It says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. It seems like these last couple of weeks, the Lord has been just highlighting the heart and really having me speak about the heart a lot. But what he says is to guard your heart. Why? Because out of it flows life, flows the issues of life, right? I was just saying this on last night. I said, what's in your heart will come out in your words and it will come out in your action. So the Bible tells us above all else to guard our hearts. What am I doing when I'm guarding my heart? I am protecting my peace. I am protecting my purpose. I am guarding my guarding the things that God has given to me, right? You don't allow nobody to steal your joy. You don't allow nobody to steal your peace. I tell people, if you have allowed somebody to steal your peace, you need to go get it back. If you have allowed people to steal your joy, you need to go get it back, because those are the things that God has given us, and you have to be intentional, not doing it just allowing people just to do whatever they want to in your life, but you have to be intentional about protecting those things. So when I'm talking about boundaries to protect your peace, you guys, and boundaries to protect your purpose, number one, you have to get clear on what God has assigned to you. Oh my goodness, there we go. I was talking about this last night, you guys. I was talking about this in Bible study last night. And what I was saying is some of us is carrying assignments and burdens that God did not give us. We are carrying things that God did not assign to our lives. And what I brought up was Jonah. And why I brought up Jonah is, and what I brought Jonah up for is because Jonah was on a boat. And because he was on the boat, and let me back up, Jonah was in rebellion to God. Okay. So Jonah was in rebellion to God, and he got on the boat with other people. And when he got on the boat with other people, it was not his boat, but he joined some other people. And because of him being on that boat, they began to sink because of him, because of his rebellion. And so last night I was saying that you cannot have people around you that are in rebellion to God. And because they're in rebellion to God, or they're operating in disobedience, it can cause your life to begin to sink. It it can cause your life to be chaotic. Why? Because you have people in your life that God has not assigned to you. They are not your assignment, and you are carrying those. So you have to get clear. That's the first one. When you're setting boundaries, protect your peace and to protect your purpose. Number one, you have to get clear on what God has assigned to you. You cannot protect what you haven't defined. Oh my goodness. You cannot protect what you haven't defined. You need to know, what season am I in? We're talking about protecting your peace. We're talking about protecting your purpose. You have to define, what season am I in? What has God called me to focus on in this season? What drains me that isn't assigned to me? Oh my goodness. There we go. Boundaries, setting boundaries to protect your peace and purpose. You have to know what drains me. What is draining me that has not been assigned to me? What am I tolerating? What am I allowing to mess up my peace? What am I allowing to keep me from walking fully in the purpose and the plan that God has for me? So you have to get clear on what God has assigned to you when you are setting boundaries to protect your peace and your purpose. Number two, when you are setting boundaries, you're going to keep me repeating this because people keep coming in and I need y'all to know what I'm talking about. When you're setting boundaries to protect your peace and purpose, number two, you need to stop explaining what requires enforcement. Oh my goodness. Because let me tell you, when you begin to set boundaries, you guys, you're going to have people that want to go against those boundaries. You're going to have people that get offended because now you have boundaries. Why would they get offended? Because you have allowed people just to come into your life and do whatever they want to do whenever they wanted to do, right? You have allowed people that when they snap their finger, you run to their rescue, right? You have a kind heart. And there are some people that know that because you have a kind heart, that they will take advantage of it. You are always there for people. You always show up. People can count on you, but do you not know there are people that will take advantage of your niceness? They will take advantage of your heart posture. So you have to stop explaining what requires enforcement. Okay? Boundaries do not need long speeches. They need consistency. Boundaries do not need long speeches. You don't have to give long speeches of why you have set boundaries to protect your peace or to protect your joy or to protect the purpose or the assignment that God has given you. You don't have to give long speeches, but you got to be consistent. Why? Because just like I said, there are going to be people that do not want to respect your boundaries. But just because they do not want to respect your boundaries, you keep holding that boundary line up there. Oh my goodness. Why? Because either you're going to respect my boundaries or you're going to be removed from my life. And so you got to be consistent with that boundary line, because sometimes some of us, because people keep pushing against the boundary, we begin to let up on the boundary. We begin to let up on it. And there we go again. Our peace being messed with, our joy being messed with. Why? Because we moved the boundary line. Let me tell you, I'm about to encourage you on today, TikTok. I'm about to encourage you on today, YouTube. Set that boundary line and leave it there. If they cannot and respect your boundary, then they do not need to be a part of your life. It's time out for allowing people to steal your joy, for allowing people to steal your peace because they don't want to respect your boundaries. Oh my goodness. You need to be consistent with it. So you may say, well, Coach Sammy, what does that look like? Because, okay, I'm glad you asked because I love to give examples. The first example is I'm not available after 8 p.m. That's a boundary line. So if somebody calls you after 8 p.m., don't answer. You don't have to answer and explain to them that I already told you that my boundary, that don't call me after 8. Now, if they did not know, then hey, if you answer and say, you know what, usually I don't really like calls after 8, that person did not know, because you can't expect somebody to respect your boundary lines and they don't know them, right? So I'm talking about, if they don't know it, then you need to let them know, okay? But I'm talking about also the ones that do know. Now, the ones that do know, I would not answer, right? Because every time you go beyond what you have set a boundary for, then what happens is that's showing people that you really are not that is not solidified in your life. That's not you said it, but you really don't mean it, right? Because people pick up on that. You say one thing, but you do another. So if you said I am not available after 8 p.m. and somebody calls you and they know that you are not available at 8 p.m. and unless it's an emergency, then that's something different. But if this is something they're doing consistently, let me tell you what they're doing. They're disrespecting your boundary line. Number two, I'm giving you an example. I can't commit to that right now, right? That is your boundary. You have said, you have told them, I can't commit to that right now, but they keep asking you. They keep applying pressure. They're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to make you feel bad for not being able to commit. They're doing all this stuff to get you to bend to what they want you to do. Do you not know that's manipulation? That is control. And what you have to do is be consistent with what you said. If you said, I cannot commit to that right now, then you need to repeat that. I cannot commit to that right now. Can you please stop asking me? Because my mind has not changed about the situation. Am I helping y'all today? Am I helping y'all today? You got to be consistent with your words. When you're setting up boundaries to protect your peace and purpose, you got to be consistent with that boundary line. You got to be consistent and back up what you have already said. And with the boundary line that you have already set, you got to be consistent with it. Oh my goodness. Number three, we're talking about setting boundaries to protect your peace and your purpose. Number three is protect your assets points. Protect your assets points. Peace leaks through. So what do that mean? Peace leaks through your phone, your schedule, your conversations, and your thoughts. So peace leaks, Leaks, through these avenues: your phone, your schedule, your conversations, and your thoughts. So you need to protect these areas, right? I always tell people, when you know somebody's messy, and all they have is drama, gossip, they really, when you talk to them, when you leave off the phone with them, you're feeling drained. You're not feeling uplifted. You're not feeling encouraged. You're not feeling like, man, I learned something from that conversation. But every time you leave that and get off that phone, it's always like something just bothering your spirit. It just messes with you. You need to not answer that phone every time that person calls. It's okay. You don't have to pick the phone up every time somebody calls. I have to explain it to somebody. You don't have to pick up the phone, especially if you know that they're calling you with mess on the other end. Number two, your schedule. You need to protect your schedule. If you know you do this and you do that, and this is how you flow as your schedule, then you need to protect your schedule. Your conversations. You need to protect your conversations. Because even your words sow seeds. So if you're saying words that are word curses, what I mean is you're speaking negativity in the atmosphere. You're speaking negative over yourself. You're involved in negative conversations. You are saying things you should not say, entertaining things you should not say. Entertain. You need to protect that. Why? Because words have seeds. Whether I've learned is whether I say something or not, I'm participating in it. Do you not know the words are being sown into you, and then the enemy comes about later to water those exact words? So you need to protect your conversation, and you need to protect your thoughts. We're talking about protecting your peace, right? Because if those conversations is going to jack up my peace, I don't even want to be a part of them. My thoughts. I need to guard my thoughts. I need to cast down false imagination. I need to cast down those vain thoughts, those things that tries to exhort itself above the word of God. Why? Because they messing up my peace. And I refuse to allow the devil to continue to steal my peace. He is an enemy of your peace. Oh my goodness, you got to protect it. Oh my goodness. Number 4, we're talking about setting boundaries, you guys. I hope you're still with me, TikTok. I hope you're still with me, YouTube. Okay, number 4. I only got one more after this. Number 4. Don't confuse guilt with disobedience. Sometimes you feel uncomfortable setting a boundary. Uncomfortable does not mean wrong. Sometimes you're going to feel uncomfortable when you got to set a boundary line. You're going to feel uncomfortable. You are going to feel uncomfortable, but it does not mean that it's wrong. Why? Especially when you're not used to setting healthy boundaries, especially when you're not used to telling people certain things, and you're just kind of a people pleaser and allowing people to do whatever. You're going to feel guilty. You're going to feel uncomfortable. Why? Because you're not used to doing that. And there are going to be people who don't like that you're doing that, right? So you're going to feel uncomfortable. But just because you feel uncomfortable does not mean you're doing something wrong. You're protecting your peace. You're protecting your purpose. And it's okay for you to protect your peace. It's okay for you to protect your purpose, right? Because it's going to feel uncomfortable when you have to set that boundary, like especially with people that have been involved in your life for a long time. Like I said, they can make you feel guilty. Oh, that's how you act now. Oh, you acting brand new. Oh, this and that. No, I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my purpose. I'm holding on to my joy. I refuse to allow these things to steal anything from me. Why? I'm being intentional about my life in 2026. I'm being intentional about my life in 2026. So I need to set the necessary boundaries. And there are going to be people that's not going to like that. But you're going to have to do it if you want to protect your peace, if you want to protect your joy, if you want to protect the purpose of your life. You're going to have to do it. Somebody may make you feel, I wrote here, somebody may make you feel like saying no equals being mean. That's not true. Just because you say no does not mean you're being mean. And some people will make you feel guilty. You said no to me? Yes, because that's not what I want to do. I don't want to participate in that. I'm not longer, here we go, y'all. I'm not longer going along to get along. I'm going to speak up for myself. If I do not want to be involved, I do not want to be involved. If that's not going to work for me, then that's not going to work for me, you guys. That's how you set up a boundary and stand with the boundary and be consistent about it. That I'm not going along to get along. If it does not work for me, it does not work for me. And I don't care who's going to get mad. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm helping y'all on today. Choosing yourself is not selfish. Choosing yourself is not selfish. We're talking about setting boundaries, healthy boundaries, right? When it comes to your peace, when it comes to your purpose. Let me tell you, let me set you free on this Friday. Choosing yourself is not selfish. Showing up for yourself is not selfish. Being intentional about your life is not selfish. Wanting the best for you is not selfish. It's showing up and being mindful of who you are and doing your best so that you can be your best. It's not selfish. Wow. You are allowed to protect your capacity. You are allowed to protect how much you can hold and handle. You are allowed to protect that. Oh my goodness. Number 5, y'all, and then I'm going to be up out of here. Number 5, we're talking about protecting your peace. We're talking about setting boundaries to protect your peace and setting boundaries to protect your purpose. Number 5 is remember, boundaries reveal who respects you. Jesus. When you start setting up boundaries, y'all, when you start setting up healthy boundaries, you're going to see who really respects you. Woo. It's going to really reveal people who are for you and who are against you. It's going to reveal people who respect you and people who have been disrespecting you all along. It's going to reveal people who will honor you. People that are for you, people that want to see you grow. It's going to reveal, it's going to separate people. It's going to celebrate. Here we go, y'all. It's going to separate people who celebrate you and people who tolerate you. Ain't this about something? Why? Because healthy people will adjust to your boundaries. Yeah, they may be taken back at the beginning because they're not used to it, but they'll be understanding because this is something you need to do so that you can be the woman or the man that God is calling you to be, right? Manipulate people who are manipulators will resist your boundaries. They will resist it. They will keep pushing and keep pushing, trying to get you to do what they want you to do, trying to get you to do what benefits them, right? So if you say, hey, don't call me after 8, they're going to keep doing it. Why? Because I need my need met. I'm going to call you when I want to call you. They're not going to respect your boundary. Manipulate people don't like boundary lines. People that are manipulators, they don't like boundary lines. They don't like to be caught on their stuff. They don't like assertiveness. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. They want to come in your life and do it, and they have no respect for you. And let me tell you, when you begin to set up your boundary lines, healthy boundary lines, you guys, people's reaction will tell you everything about them. Woo. I just wanted to bless y'all with this on today. Setting boundaries to protect your peace and to protect your purpose. Peace requires courage and purpose requires discipline. I wanted to leave you with that. And also, I wanted to leave you with this, you guys. Peace is not something you wait for, it's something you protect. And purpose is not something you chase, it's something you steward. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. I'm going to say that again. Whoo, y'all. I need y'all to put that in the chat. I need y'all to put that in the chat. If it costs you your peace, it's too expensive. I pray that this has blessed you guys on TikTok. I pray that this has blessed you guys on YouTube. I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you for giving me an audience to speak to on this Friday. Once again, I am Coach Sammy Love. I come live every Friday with Fearless Friday with a word to encourage you, a word to stretch you, and a word to challenge you. So I thank you. You need to start setting those boundaries today. Set those boundaries starting today to protect your peace and to protect your purpose. I'm telling you, if you apply these things that I've just given you on today, you are going to see people revealed. You're going to see things uncovered, but you're going to also see your life begin to change because now you're being consistent and you're being intentional about your life. So I thank you and have an amazing Friday. Be blessed.